So you may have just picked up your iPhone 16e. Now this is a really, really good iPhone. It's an interesting device, and if you picked it up, you might be trying to figure out exactly how to use it. Well, you came to the right place. I'll show you exactly how to use your iPhone 16e. There's a lot of cool little things within this phone, so we'll take a look at it throughout this whole entire video. First things first, as always, I would highly recommend always putting some sort of case inside of your particular iPhone. So even like a 3-cent screen protector and a $1 case, I think is better than nothing. You want to protect this phone, it's going to last for a long time. So you may as well put a screen protector on it, put a case on it. That's the very first thing I recommend thinking about. Now on the front side of this beautiful phone, you're basically getting a 6.1-inch Super Retina XDR OLED display. It's a good looking phone. You have the notch up top with Face ID and a camera at the front side as well. A little bit of bezel around it, nothing super crazy. On the top, you're not really getting anything. The left side is giving you these volume buttons and the action button. This is configurable and you can change it to do other things. On the bottom side, you're getting your speaker grill as well as a USB Type-C port. This is your charging port. On the right side, getting your power button. So there's no other buttons on this phone for the most part. On the back side, you're getting your wireless charging capability. So you do get wireless charging back here. Single camera setup in the top left corner with flash and microphone. There's no MagSafe or anything like that on this phone, but you still get wireless charging, so keep that in mind. And there will be cases that will offer you the wireless charging with the MagSafe capability anyways, so you have that type of capability there. So overall on the exterior, you're definitely getting a really good phone. To power on your phone, you have a couple of different ways. You can tap onto the display, just like this, just to tap onto the display, or you can click on that power button right here to turn on the display. Every time you turn on your phone, it will always come inside of the lock screen. The lock screen will have a bunch of features that you can kind of interchange with. Now you can swipe down from the top right corner to get into your control center. So you have the type of capability right there. If you want to quickly toggle on some toggles here, Wi-Fi, your brightness, sound, we'll kind of edit this around later. You can swipe up to kind of come out of it. Your left side will give you some other information sometimes, but then you'll have your lock screen. The date and the time will come up here. You have your wallpaper and these toggles at the bottom, which on default allow you to turn on and off the camera and allow you to come inside of the particular camera right there in the flashlight. You can swipe up to come back to your lock screen. You can customize your lock screen by holding down on your particular display like this and clicking on Customize. You can choose which lock screen to kind of customize. You can choose the lock screen, and you can add widgets. You can change the way your time is looking, the coloring of it. You can do a lot of stuff here. There's a lot of stuff you can kind of do and customize here. So I would recommend every single person to just have fun with it, kind of configure some things around, kind of move some things around too, and you basically have some more capability when it kind of comes down to it. So I think this is a really, really cool thing to kind of get used to and just kind of have your device here kind of, you can move things around, you can edit things, change these toggles too. Clicking done in the top right corner, you can come back into this display. You can swipe up to basically come inside of your particular, home screen. So your home screen, whenever you swipe up, it will always take you back to your home screen. So you can see you have widgets, you have app icons, you have a lot of stuff you can customize. You also have a little search button here and your dock. No matter which page you go to, the dock is always going to stay consistent. You can move and delete these widgets whichever way you want to. If you don't like the weather widget, you can hold it down. You can go and click on the remove stack or remove widget button. You can go and remove whatever you want to. You can also hold down on an empty spot and you can move these widgets around. You can also click on the edit button in the top left corner. You can even add widgets and customize your page. If you want to add a widget, you just click add widget. You can find a widget you like. You can click add. And you can go and start adding these widgets around and you can move these widgets around as well. So just have fun with it. Delete any things you don't need. You can add things that you want as well. So it's a really cool thing. You can also go through, hold down on an application. You can go and click on edit home screen right here. You can click on edit corner right up here. Click on customize. And you can even change the way your applications look. So you can go through and you can change from, small icons to large icons. You can tint them. You can tint them to different colors. So you have a lot of capability here. So I'd recommend kind of going through here and kind of customizing your device whichever way you want to. Now if you swipe to the left side, you basically see your widget panel here. If you swipe all the way to the end, you'll come into your app library. So this app library will show you a bunch of basically all the applications you have inside of your device if you swipe down. So this is going to be something convenient if you ever want to see all the applications you have. You can swipe through here and see all the applications. You can swipe back and forth between all the pages. Now, if you come inside of an application like this, well, how do you come back home? Well, you see this gesture bar at the bottom? To come back home, you simply just swipe up. So whenever you're inside of a particular application and you want to go back home, you can literally just swipe up like this and it will always take you back home no matter what application you're in. If you want to go back, let's say you're in the phone application and you want to get into your recent applications, aka all the applications you've been in, you can swipe up like this kind of a little bit. Don't swipe up all the way. Just swipe up a little bit. You can stop and you can see all the applications you recently opened. This is your recents panel. You can kind of go through here and kind of change with whichever type of things you want to go and see. If you want to go back to the previous app or these other apps too, you can go and kind of customize that. You can also go through, you can swipe between these applications like this, almost like picking up an application and moving it around. You have that type of capability here too. So that is another really cool thing you can do as well. And then you can swipe back up and basically come into home. You can also go through and manually remove these applications from your background of your memory by just swiping up out of them. This will free up some memory in the background. You don't have to do it, but it's good practice if you're no longer using an application. You can just kind of remove it. It doesn't delete the app, it just removes it from the background. Now in the top left, you'll see your status bar. This is your time, and that'll have your Wi-Fi signal, battery icon, all that stuff. You can swipe down from the top left corner, and this will give you basically similar layout of your lock screen. It'll show you basically different things here. It'll show you your time. It'll show you any notifications you have here as well. You can tap on them to basically open up those notifications. If you swipe down from the top right, like we mentioned before though, you do come into your widgets. So this is essentially your control center. You can quickly toggle on and off your flashlight, your brightness on and off. You have different pages now too of now playing and these other widgets here too you can quickly customize. So that is something that's really cool you can kind of modify here. Now this is customizable. So if you click on the top left corner with this plus button, you can go ahead and remove widgets if you no longer need them. You can also add a control here, and you can start adding buttons and start adding controls if you want to. You can also go through if you swipe up out of here. If you click in the top right corner, you can quickly power down your particular iPhone. So you can click here, you can click on it again to quickly power off your phone, to power it on, you hold it down, and it will allow you to quickly power down your iPhone if you need to. So if your iPhone 16e's button's not working or something like that, you can always just go ahead and just hold down your particular power button that way, and that's another option you do have there too. Now, these other applications are pretty basic. You have your app store to download applications, phone call app to call people, messages app to message people as well. So you have a lot of things that you can basically come through here and kind of customize. So again, if you want to customize those options, that's another really important thing you can do here as well. Now, on top of that, another very important thing to keep in mind is that with the iPhone 16e, you do actually have the ability of having Apple Intelligence. So if you open up your iPhone 16e settings application like this, if you go ahead and scroll down, you'll see an option that says Apple Intelligence in Siri. So now that our iPhone 16e supports it, you can go ahead and enable this. And if it's enabled just like this, you can go ahead and modify your ChatGPT settings and so many other settings across the board. What you can do then is you can hold down on your power button that's in the right side. If you go and do that, it'll go ahead and invoke Apple Intelligence. So it looks like for some reason it's not working. But if you were to hold down this power button right over here, it should eventually invoke into Apple Intelligence. Now, iOS 18 has been very glitchy, so it looks like it's probably not going to work for me in this particular video, which is actually pretty crazy. But usually it should work. So if you hold down on this power button right here on the side, it should allow you to go ahead and invoke Apple Intelligence. It's basically just Siri enhanced, so you could ask it super complex questions, super complex things. And eventually we should be getting visual intelligence that should work inside of our device as well. So you'll go and be able to use visual intelligence inside of your camera as well. So that's going to be another really cool feature added. Inside of your settings application though, there's going to be a lot of things that you can mess around with too. So I'd recommend going inside of your settings and just kind of understanding the way the settings app is kind of built. You can always go through and see your Wi-Fi settings, general settings. You can customize your action button here, home and security, notifications. You see all your apps down here. A big thing I'd recommend every single person to do though is to make your way over into your general settings, which is right here, and then going through and clicking on software update. And I recommend every single person to go ahead and software update your iPhone. If there is an update available, go ahead and update to it, because that should go ahead and give you the most recent version of software on your particular device. So that's basically how you use the iPhone 16e. It's a very, very good iPhone for the most part. Is it a good value? I'm not too sure. We'll have to see that in tutorial and in other videos, but it's a very good iPhone. It has a lot of capability and a lot of cool stuff going for it. If, like I said, put a case on it, put a screen protector, and you should be good to go. If you have any other thoughts or questions about this phone, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.